Rare Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
Well, I got to go back a little bit. During Gas Chamber or after, how did you finally get wrapped up on your, like, did you catch a case or a violation?
After Gas Chamber?
Yeah,
When
because
I
you was on the run.
I caught a new case. I outran my time because YA time don't stick. You feel me?
Yeah, so you
So
you
I outran
maxed out.
the time.
Damn.
And I wind up, I had some traffic shit or some shit that kept having me having with warrants,
Okay.
right? So after Gas Chamber, I caught a shooting at my video shoot where my homeboy got killed.
Mm-hmm.
So after I fled on that, and I came back to fight that case, and it was just linked from there. It just was lingering over my head the whole way out. I wound up getting a joint suspension. I wound up getting raided in Atlanta. We wound up getting the feds on us out there, and I wound up being on the run again and getting caught up in Cincinnati. You know, it was just a wild little.
So because you was in Atlanta at the same time as Short.
Right after Short.
So you caught one of them first Freakniks?
Yeah.
How was that shit?
It was a blast, man. I mean, shit. That's when I really was like, where I felt that I was getting noticeable because people was noticing me out there in Atlanta. You know, and yeah. So Freaknik was a big thing, man. You feel me?
Y'all had an office in Atlanta too.
We had an office out there, yeah. Office, duplex, house out there, big house.
Another urban legend. Was you there when Wolf shot Suge, partner?
We was in the back of the studio. We was in the back of they had a little back parking behind the club. And we just back there smoking, listening to music hella loud. It's a hella people, so we don't know what the fuck going on. But we hear the shots, but we ain't tripping. We from Cali, and this is always shooting. It's
right.
Like, damn, somebody done shot some shit up in the front.
Right.
And then that's when I heard later that who it was. I didn't even know, you feel me? So.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, that's damn near, it's crazy how I look at life like that movie Traffic. Like how people cross paths and how shit, you know how later on
the other side,
this situation would even be affecting Pot.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like just lingering down the line, like you never know. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in Atlanta, moving from California, moving from SAC, how did you feel? Like, cause I know when you there, it's kind of like, God damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody white when we go, white professionals, right? So when we need shit, it's a white person.
Right.
How did you feel? Was that a culture shock for you?
Yeah, it was. It was. I never seen so many black people, you know what I'm saying? And we was going like to the colleges, Belmont and all these little colleges to promote. You know, I had like a little family that was going to them colleges and shit back then. So we were doing a lot of promotion down there, and it's crazy that how many black people it was in Atlanta. It was a shock to us. You know what I'm saying?
You was there during the Olympics?
What year was that? Yeah, we was there for
94,
95.
Yeah, you had to be there during the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then so when you got when the feds came and y'all got raided, you just left.
Yeah, well I got away.
Okay.
I was somewhere else. I was at another apartment when they raided the big house. So I wind up packing up, going back west for a minute. You feel me? For like a month or so, few months. And wind up coming back to do a concert in Cincinnati. And got booked over there with 2 guns and a pound of weed. You feel me?
Now, is this the infamous cowboy rapping his way out of court?
Yeah. This is when all that came.
You know that's like some of the illest shit that ever happened in rap, right?
Man, I ain't never heard it. That's crazy though. I haven't seen the footage, but man, I ain't never heard nobody doing that right.
Listen,
there,
I'm in either Paso Robles or Always Closed in the day room, right? Watching TV by myself because I'm on phase 1 or something. I got like 10 minutes. This shit, I bullshit you not.
Right,
this shit come across the screen. MTV News.
Wow.
They have you looking at the judge, rapping.
Right.
So the internet wasn't really out like that then. So when I went looking for this shit the other day, I just knew you had it. Like I
Right.
went looking for it, but the article is there.
Right.
But the footage is like that blank square, like it used to be.
Oh, they done removed it. or
However,
something.
the formats might have changed or
Right.
whatever, but I could tell it was there. So you know what I'm saying. The internet did exist in '98
Right. Okay.
or whatever year that was.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that was some crazy shit. That was some legendary fucking shit, man.
Man, that was a blessing right there. Boy, I tell you, because they was trying to give me 15 years.
Yeah, I said they let
You
this
know what
nigga
I'm
rap.
saying?
They don't know who this nigga is, man. They letting Will
The
Smith
judge
out.
that was trying to give me the time died, and I got a black judge, a lady judge, and that's what she said. Just tell him to do this, and I'll do this for him. Gave me a year probation.
And you was on the road. Y'all, this is crazy too, because people need to know these stories. Y'all was on the road in real whips.
Yeah.
Like it would be like these niggas taking all they Hellcats and foreigns and driving
the
them
motherfuckers
on
all
the
across
road.
goddamn all the way to Atlanta and Tennessee and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and they booked you for your Impala.
Yeah, they took that because it was cashed out.
They thought
That's
you
what
was
I
a
know.
drug kingpin on that.
Yeah.
They wanted that.
They took my shit.
They seized that motherfucker. Man, I know one thing, man. You have had a hell of a motherfucking career, man. So when you came back, after that arrest, you dropped
to my casket drop.
To My Casket Drop. So To My Casket Drop is this the one that's through New Tribe.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
right? What was the single on there?
Money by the ton.
Money by the Ton. Money by the Ton had a lot of motherfuckers thinking you was on No Limit. I don't know why too. Because
Yeah, I
that video
going that
was
way.
shot like, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
big.
We was in a position to get our own record deal before the feds. Then the feds just tore it apart. You know what I mean? Once they came, it just tore the label apart. You know. So
Was Club Hopping on there? No.
Club Hopping was on Life is a Rider.
Life was a Rider.
No,
And
no. One Life to Live.
I'm skipping ahead, but Club Hopping, for some reason, I thought that was your answer to like, I ain't that gangster, y'all. I do be having fun. Like I felt like that was your answer to
That's
like
what they
we
tried
be
to make
clubbing.
out of it. That's what they tried to make out of it because I was locked up at the time, so they had to come up with something. So they had old shit.
You
they
wasn't in the
piecing
video?
together. Nope.
You wasn't in the video.
Nope. Wasn't in the video at all.
Damn. You okay?
You feel me?
And that wasn't. Yeah. So they kind of came
Yeah,
up
they
with
put that
that.
together on their own.
And let me ask you this too, Bo, the technical side of this recording shit too. You went from reel to reels
Yeah.
to decks
Yeah.
to what it is now. So you watch the process of recording turn from this long drawn out process to this shorter process with way more. You know, you actually had to be talented to like have your breaths and all this shit right
Man.
when you started recording.
Hell yeah.
That's some different type of shit, man. You had to be
Rewind
talented.
that shit.
Splice it.
It'll take you all day if you don't know what you're doing, boy. And them motherfuckers want $300 an hour.
Yeah.
They want some bread back then, boys.
They at one point they wanted you on death row.
Yeah. I was on my way. I was gonna go that way.
Even before you was recording with Pop.
No.
After.
Once I did the songs with Pac and Suge just insinuated he wanted me to roll with the squad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that was coming next, but then Pac was like, nah, fuck that. Let me come to my label. I'm about to start a label. Come to my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was with that shit. I just was like, nigga, Death Row was just doing. It was the catch. You feel me? If you
Right.
could catch that, you was out of here.
You was out of here, yeah.
Yeah, they had it. You feel me? So
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You have some of Death Row's biggest releases, and they had hella artists that didn't have records as big as you that came out on their label. So that's something within itself that exposed you to a lot. But even with meeting Pac, like, he shouted you out.
yeah,
And I be wanting kids to understand these times, right?
right.
He shout you out, but this ain't just like you can't hit him on Instagram and text him.
Nah.
Like y'all had to get in contact.
Right.
How did that happen?
They were doing a remix of the video, California Love. And I guess Pac reached out to Richie Rich because, me and Rich was cool. It was like, man, I want that nigga Sebo on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Rich was like, nigga, that nigga Pac wants you, nigga. Pac, you know, he wants you on his shit in his video. And I went down there and met him and shit. And that's when we first met. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
And Pac insinuated you jump in the car with him.
Yeah, he was like, nigga, you ride with me.
He got the 500.
Got the 500 out there with the top down.
You hadn't met him before?
No, I ain't met him.
So all this time when he running around with Rich and the Gov and all this, you never ran into him?
Nope.
And you know, Pac was, he remind me of, as far as like ear and work ethic, you know how it seemed like Drake called everybody? Yeah. Like Drake get a hold of all them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to fuck with that nigga. Like, that's what Pac remind me of. Like, he, you know, and when he's thinking like I'm thinking as a fan, like, nigga, that's the bald head nut. If I could get him to, you know what I'm saying? And what came first? Trading war stories or We Ain't Hard to Find?
We Ain't Hard to Find.
I keep hearing about this session.
Yeah.
How legendary was it?
Man, it's ridiculous, dog. You got E40, man. You got the whole clique in there. You got the Outlaws in there. You got Death Row artists in there. You know what I'm saying? And we working on these songs that you know, I got Mike Mosley down there, Rick Rock, bring the production team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they having us create. You know, they creating the beat. Pac like, nigga, I want you to get on this song. Me, you, and the clique. Boom. Put the beat on, and then go write this shit. Then come back 10 minutes later, nigga, with this shit ready. You feel me? You feel me? So that was the first song we did, and we did it in the booth all together like the Temptations.
Yeah.
Like we all
Oh,
in the booth
really?
together. We all got our own mics. You know,
Oh,
that
yeah.
motherfucker.
I was wondering, how did y'all do that talking part?
Yeah, we was all in the booth together. Everybody was right there talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was live, though.
And I always love that. I always love to just think about the aesthetics of everything that was going on in that situation, right? Because let's just keep it real, my nigga. I don't know who the Sacramento rapper was before you. I don't know who that is.
Right.
Who is it?
That's Triple Threat 3.
Okay, let's shout that nigga out, because I don't
Mike
know.
C. Yeah.
Like to me and a lot of people, Sacramento rap started with Sebo. I'm just keeping it real. Like, we don't know, and no disrespect to them. Now we know, we educated. I'm gonna look him up and figure out what he had going on. Yeah. But for us, Sacramento rap started with Sebo. So to know that you in there, we know what the Bay Area got going on.
Right.
We know all of these niggas rap.
Right.
You made niggas take Sacramento serious.
Well, yeah.
Like, nah, my nigga, you made niggas take Sacramento. Like, I want to go to Garden Block now. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to these places he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Grooving on a Sunday. All of these shits, these nigga, these are anthems. These like D-boy street nigga anthems. Like, niggas love this shit. So I just want to make sure, I know you understand, but to what magnitude, as a real rap nerd, hip hop nigga, street nigga, you know what I'm saying, gangster, all that. I want you to know how much that shit impacted me and everybody around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit means something to grown men. You know what I'm saying? So I got another question. Some of these motherfuckers just for me. But on freestyle. You really freestyling?
I walked in the studio. Pizzo's session. We was working on Pizzo album.
Okay.
And I walked in the studio and they was playing the beat. And I just went straight in the booth. I told them turn him off, push record. And I just start rapping this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's freestyling, and that's what it came out.
Did you fumble?
I probably did.
You think, and they cleaned it up a little bit?
I don't know. I can't remember because it's not clean. It's words on there that, you know, it just seemed like I just went all the way through it.
That's what it seemed
like.
Where
I fucked up at, they just kept it because I was just in there just bouncing to it. You feel me?
Hey, bro, like, I named you, I dubbed you one of the best freestylers. I said, this nigga, did he try to make it sound like he freestyled, or do he really? And niggas wasn't playing tricks like that back then, so you really did it, right?
Yeah, straight up.
But how, in your mind, how do you, like, nigga, if you freestyling, how do you say, I want 3 for 50, 7 for 100? Like, like, nigga, of course you talking about dub sacks.
Yeah.
But nigga, Like,
Yeah, I told them niggas it's Brandy Park, nigga.
Okay,
They
I
wanted
knew
$20 every time, nigga. I'm like, nah, nigga. I come here every day. I be driving all the way from Sac, nigga, to
Yeah.
get these bags.
right.
I want 3 for 50, 7 for 100.
Man,
and
come
I be
on,
the
man.
only nigga that can get that over there. They don't give a fuck how many bags you buying. They want 20, nigga.
Nah.
And it was them double up bags. Man, they had them
Yep.
big pillows, nigga.
Yep. Shout out to Brandy.
Yeah,
Shout out to
the
Four.
Brandy Park, nigga.
And
My
they
niggas
had
over
it too.
there.
You go to
What?
them niggas
$1
grinding out
million
a garbage
operation,
bag.
boy.
Man.
20, 50 cars lined up on the side of that motherfucker. Like, God damn, beep,
Man.
come out here, nigga.
Man, for real. But
Yeah.
when you said that, see, those the type of things that I'm saying, bro.
Right.
Like I'm a little young nigga. That's that language. You was talking to me. Like,
Yeah.
well, who this nigga buying weed from? How you know how to do it like that? And he freestyled about it, so he doing it all the time.
Yeah,
Because it's just in his language. You know what I'm saying? When you who was just outside of Pac too? Who would you say is the like biggest artist you work with? Would it be
I
like
would
Q?
say, I never worked with Cube. I never worked with
Never
not
worked
too
with
many
none of them?
people in Los Angeles. Like Pac and 40 is
Pac
really
and 40.
short. You know what I mean? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another time you made the news. You was a nigga that went to court for your lyrics.
Right.
Not to Cincinnati, not rapping out of court. You actually got a violation.
Yeah.
And they told you don't say something, right?
It was in my parole papers. Not to promote gang violence or violence against law enforcement.
And you turned around and said, next time they pull you over, shoot them in the face.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, this was unheard of.
Man, you know?
And shout out to Gavin Newsom, because that can't happen anymore.
Right. Dope.
But you was going through the Pete Wilson era.
Pete Wilson, yeah.
He was terrible. In fact, he appointed the YA board members, nigga. It was hard to go home.
Man,
Like,
Pete, fuck Pete.
Pete
man.
fucked
Pete,
us up, man.
Crazy.
So how does starting West Coast Mafia happen after AWOL?
I wanted out of the label. I wanted out. I wanted on my own. I had a situation with Pete. I was supposed to go down. That didn't happen. You feel me? So it was like, damn, okay, Pac gone. I didn't get to deal with P. I'm gonna start my own shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start my own shit. You know, so that's what I did. I took the artists from the label and took them over to my label, and then we just started working and doing us. You know what I'm saying?
And pretty much everybody came.
Everybody came. Everybody was over there for me anyway. Nobody was over there.
Right.
You feel me? They wanted to be with me.
They was fucking with you.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about we talked about the Click video shoot, but is when you caught your shooting, was that at 4 Deep video shoot?
4 Deep video shoot, my first video. Yeah.
That's when the
that's when the
incident
shooting
happened.
Yeah.
So we talked about the shooting, but we didn't say. And I'm only pointing that out to say that they act like it's new, but being a rapper has always been dangerous.
You damn right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been safe. So that's just like they acting like some new shit. Rappers been getting killed at video shoots and shot up and all this shit been going on since the beginning of rap. And that's just more for us as black people to just wake our game up and stop fucking with it like that. Warlock Records.
Warlock.
What was that about?
Warlock was just a label attached to Sony, Red, and offered us a deal. You know what I mean? It was my first pretty much like deal outside of leaving AWOL Records and what they were doing, and I wound up going over to Warlock with Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
You know what I'm saying? And I had another record I did over there. Can't remember.
You did you when you had your own label, did you feel like you learned from all the mistakes of AWOL, what AWOL had going on, and you pretty much, because it seemed like your artist was pretty much free.
They were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, I ain't want to sign anything. We gonna do a record, and then I'm gonna give you your cut. I don't gotta have you on no paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
It's like, why? You feel me? Like, but that was my thing, though. I didn't understand it, though. But I wasn't really trying to go. I didn't understand what I needed to do to go get my label a real secure deal.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have to sign everybody and have that track record to prove that we could do a certain amount of numbers.
Right.
But I wasn't at that level yet, you know what I mean? And then I was still going through fighting these parole papers and these fucking police and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Stay on blue.
Stay on blue.
I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil